Welcome to It's All Fine and Danjee, where we talk about community, health, culture, and all of the big and little things that make life good. Here are your hosts, Dan and Anjee.
Well, hello and welcome to episode 33 of the It's All Fine and Danjee podcast. And as they say in show business, the show must go on, right, Anjee?
Yes, the show must go on. Excuse my voice, everyone.
Listen to that voice.
I'm feeling a little under the weather, but yes, the show must go on. So
actually, I think it sounds kind of cool.
You will struggle through. Do I have... Stinky cat, stinky cat.
Oh, geez.
Is that the one she sings? No.
Speaking of friends, well, so the reason I said the show must go on is we mentioned in the last week's show, I was sick and I'm still kind of getting over it. And now Anjee's sick.
Living in close quarters, that's what does it to people.
Speaking of Smelly Cat, you want to tell everybody about your brand new tattoo?
I did. My very best friend for a long time, 26 years, Mindy Fox, took me to get a very special tattoo today. We got matching tattoos, and it was for my birthday, because my birthday is coming up November 11th.
That's right.
Veterans Day, which goes along, my birthday goes right in line with who our guest coming up is, which we'll get to in a little bit.
That's right.
But yeah, we went and got the Friends tattoo.
That's right. The Friends, like the
logo.
The logo, yeah, or whatever.
I mean, not the exact logo because you can't copy that. Exactly,
yeah, it looks just like it.
Looks just like it, and we got it on the side of our foot, and I love it.
Well, that is awesome. I love it too. It looks great.
It was a good birthday present.
You should give a shout out to your tattoo artist.
I should, Miss Aisyln. What's Aislyn's last name? Ryan. I knew that's what it was. Yep. I knew it was a middle name as a last name. That's
right.
I said her last name is a middle name. No.
Well, she does amazing work, and it looks really good.
She does. She just won an award too at the Spooky Empire, I think it was called.
Oh, cool!
She
I've heard a lot about
place,
that. That's great.
And
everybody keeps telling me to go there with the books.
Yeah, and it was. She was very happy that she won, obviously, but her tattoo studio is very nice.
What's the name of the place?
The place she works at is called Iron Will Tattoo.
All right. Well, I will put that in the show notes.
Oh, yeah, we should put that in. And very clean and great artwork up all over and very professional. Just, great job.
Very nice. Yeah, I've seen a lot of her work. She is amazing. And your foot looks great.
Yeah, she's great. I mean, this wasn't as artsy as she could get. You know
what
I mean?
I've seen some of her artsy work.
But
it's, you know what? When you get a tattoo with words, I've got some kanji symbols on my arm. It's important to get the crisp outline on the letters or it gets blurry. And she did a great job. It looks very crisp and clean. You can tell it's going to age well.
And I did touch base with her about the large tattoo that I have, starting to color that in. So
good.
Yeah.
That's a big piece of work there.
But anyway, besides my voice being so icky, I'm here.
Well, last weekend, because I was under the weather, we had a relatively uneventful weekend, but we did have Jacob's going away party, my son, who will be heading to Seattle.
That's right. On a road trip with his friends.
That's right. He's got a 10-day road trip, and then he'll be staying in Seattle with his aunt and uncle. So I'm super excited for him. He's got that sort of wanderlust, as they call it. So he wants to go see what it's like out there. Going to live there for a year or so. And we are going to miss him horribly, but we are very happy for him.
I'm excited for the adventures he's going to have.
Me too. And we'll
meet new people. And
we'll call him. We'll still get together and play PlayStation together sometimes or something online. Anyway, the party was great. It was at Gators Dockside, which gave me an excuse to eat wings, which we don't do very much. But
I had buffalo cauliflower.
Those were way better than I expected them to be. I mean, I really liked them. I wouldn't eat them instead.
Cauliflower is very versatile.
It is. This is going to sound terrible. I wouldn't eat them instead of wings, but I would eat them along with my wings, which is what I did with your leftovers.
I like wings, but the calorie count is so huge on them.
Yeah, I know.
Let's not get into the health and wellness.
All right, not right now. But also, we went to Crane's Roost on Sunday and kind of just laid by the lake and did a picnic.
I drug you out because I think you needed some fresh air.
Yeah, it was nice.
And had a nice little picnic. But we did binge watch a couple shows when we were laying around on Saturday.
Yeah, that's because Apple TV Plus.
Apple TV Plus.
Yeah, which has been really cool.
And we don't want to give anything away, but we watched The Morning Show with Jennifer Aniston.
Which is so good. That's my favorite
Reese
one.
Witherspoon.
Yep.
And not what I expected at all.
Oh, and Steve Carell.
And Steve Carell.
And it's like a serious
That's
role.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's got me hooked. I have to watch the rest.
Me too.
And then we watched C.
Another good one. What is his name?
I should
MoMA?
know. MoMA.
Jason Momoa.
And that one was really good too. So very great concept.
Yeah.
Definitely check them out if you have Apple TV.
You know,
Plus.
Apple TV Apple is doing something interesting with Apple TV. They released the first 3 episodes of all of their first set of shows. They have more shows coming. They released the first 3 episodes, and now they're doing 1 episode per week on release. So it's not quite like Netflix where you can binge away. It's kind of like old school.
That's how they get you, though.
I know, it's great. I love it. Well, we got a free year of it came with the phone, with the new iPhone. So that'll be interesting. You don't worry about coughing. We can't avoid it.
Yeah, sorry about coughing. If you're coughing, I promise I won't do it right into the microphone.
Yes, and you know that show that you've been watching that I've kind of been watching out of the corner of my eye while I'm working.
It's my new friends.
New Girl? Is it called?
Sleep show now.
With
New
Zoe
Girl.
Deschanel?
Yeah,
it's
funny.
really funny. Yeah.
Schmidt is my favorite character on there.
I don't know what my favorite character's name is, but it's the cop.
Winston.
Winston is hilarious.
Yeah. So that's a good one.
That's it for us on the
That's
this
really
and that.
it.
Short and sweet, but we're also, Anjee is sick and I had to drag her out of bed here at night right before we're recording on the Wednesday night before the actual podcast launch because we had a crazy week, crazy night, and let's just say Spectrum was here for like 4 hours fixing our internet. So
yeah. Let's say that.
All climbing in the attic and stuff. But anyway, so that's going to wrap for this and that. We're going to take a quick break, but please stay tuned because we have an especially cool community call out this week where we interview the Hero Strong nonprofit group, and they've got some really cool events coming up this weekend. So hang tight, and we'll be right back.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. And we know November is here, and usually this month is thought of as the month of giving thanks. And this is exactly what our guest today is doing in our community. David Rubin is passionate about giving thanks and honoring those who serve us each and every day by starting the nonprofit organization called Hero Strong. Welcome, David. Thank you so much for being on the show today.
Yes, welcome.
You brought so much energy with you this morning.
Wow, thank you all so much. What an introduction. We have so much going on. And first off, just want to thank you all for this opportunity so we can talk about the most important people in the world.
Indeed.
And you're going to hear more about this as we talk about it. But our heroes are the strongest people in the world. And that's what we're doing, coming together to honor and strengthen them.
And
I love it.
We want to thank you for letting us get involved in this because we're honored to be part of it.
Yes.
Awesome.
I am getting over a cold, so if I sound like Barry White, that is why.
Hello.
Yes, he's got his hero voice on.
Yeah.
Right.
So, David, first off, just tell our audience a little bit about you, about David.
So my name is David Rubin, and I've lived in the Wekiva community. Actually, Wekiva Strong is our roots of Hero Strong. So this is my home, and I'm a baseball coach. I have my own fitness business. I'm a muscle specialist, always looking to fine tune the muscular system to make sure that we're the healthiest we can be at that moment. We all have big goals and we want to look forward to the big picture.
Yeah.
But we have to stay in the moment.
Of course.
We have to see what's going on right now, and that's how I coach my baseball. Coaching youth athletes is one of my big passions, to making sure that they're have the right mindset and they're prepared to take on anything and strong and tough. And it's been really awesome. And I went to school for coaching at UCF, so I got to learn all from. I've had amazing mentors that I've learned from, and then all of a sudden, this Hero Strong has just completely taken off, and it's been incredible. So
I love it.
I'm just coaching and bringing us all together as one.
Are you from here?
Yes, lived here my whole life.
Oh, me too.
Wekiva, yes.
Very nice.
Wekiva Strong.
Born and raised here?
Yes.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, we're
great.
meeting more and more people that are
Locals.
actually born and raised in this area.
Yeah, I love that. I was born in Apopka.
Awesome. We have a strong community around, and that's why this is happening. Wekiva Strong started 2 years ago, and then all of a sudden more people wanted to get involved, and this message needs to get out there that we're going to talk about. And now we're officially a brand new nonprofit organization called Heroes Strong. And it's been very heroic journey, to say the least.
So I was going to ask you kind of how Heroes Strong came to be, which you're telling us now, but can you just tell us basically what Heroes Strong is?
Heroes Strong is a nonprofit organization that we're coming together as a community to honor and strengthen the most important people in the world. And those 5 branches are our military, our medical field, our law enforcement officers, our firefighters, and all of our teachers. And next week is our first ever Heroes Strong Thank You Heroes Weekend.
This is amazing.
It's a
whole weekend.
Yeah, I mean, we're on every day is for them. Every single day. So we're honoring our everyday heroes. And that's what Heroes Strong is.
I love it.
So tell us a little bit about how the community has responded to Heroes Strong.
Heroes Strong wouldn't be here right now if our community wasn't behind us.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how this is. I mean, we started this 2 years ago as Wekiva Strong, and it was right after Hurricane Irma. And 6:30 in the morning, our firefighters are out there cutting trees for our neighborhood.
Yeah.
And I just asked them a simple question. I said, "How was your night?" And the answer was, I mean, I'm a coach. I see. I work with athletes. I work with people all the time, and they're drained. You can see it. And they're like, "Oh, we're all right."
They never complain. Yeah.
At 2:30 in the morning, we were on Westlake Brantley Road.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm freaking out. Like this is something that we can't control. And here they are in the middle of the night, making sure that we're safe. And they're not even with their loved ones.
Of course.
They're with people that they don't even know.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that just stood with me because, I mean, I've been doing some seminars for my youth athletes and with our officers in the community and kind of bridging that gap. So this has been kind of going.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden this hurricane happened. Then we were out power for a couple of weeks and everyone's like, "Oh, we got this and this." And then we had neighbors helping out. We had businesses that were stepping up. I mean, Publix lost over $300,000 worth of food. And who had to throw all that? Yeah, they didn't want to make sure that we were safe. So they got rid of it. And who had to take care of all that food?
Yeah.
Those employees.
Sure.
Yeah.
And you see all these employees stepping up. And it's like, so I made a Facebook post. I said, who wants to come together and honor our heroes in our local businesses?
Yeah.
And in 5 weeks, we put together a whole weekend event that just everything was free. We had food. It was at Wekiva Island, Wekiva Cove, and at Wekiva Hills Park. And we had this huge weekend in 5 weeks. It was amazing. And it was just, and the community's been behind it. And then the next year it got even bigger. Bigger businesses got involved. We had more heroes. We had even different counties that got recognized by our county.
Yeah.
So this message started getting out there stronger and stronger.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to ask. How are people reaching out to you, or are you doing? So you're doing the marketing, and people are also saying, "I want to be involved."
Yes, we had one of my coolest stories. It was like a Friday. Mid-afternoon, and I get a phone call. I was working out. I get a voicemail, and he goes, "Hey, David, I just saw one of your posts on Facebook, and I want to hear more about your event coming up." And I called him back. Yeah, I own Marco's Pizza, and right here in Apopka. And I'm a law enforcement. I was a retired law enforcement officer, and I was in the Marines. And I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, this is for you. Like, don't worry about the pizza. I hope you were. This is all for you.
Yeah.
And I still remember this conversation. So, and his wife is a law enforcement officer.
Wow.
And I'm like, wait, this whole thing is for you.
Right.
And he still remembers this conversation that we had. And he's amazing people out there.
Yeah.
But he wanted to get involved.
That's common.
Heroes honoring heroes.
That's
heroes
common,
honoring heroes. I like that.
I love that. A lot of time, I think retired military, retired law enforcement, and fire department, they do that. They are very interested in honoring those that are still serving.
Yeah.
So I love hearing that.
So how this? I mean, Wekiva Strong is in this Wekiva community, and then we saw how much this meant to people.
Yeah.
I mean, we were on a live our local radio station, 1520 WBZW.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, they're
We've
friends
been
of
on
ours.
there.
They're amazing people, and
They
we
are.
were on there the first year. We've been on there a couple times now, which is awesome. And shout out and thank you to them for that opportunity.
Indeed, yeah.
And you can see it in our brochure that we have. We have some fun stuff over here from Wekiva Strong, and I'm going to read a quote. And this was on live radio.
Yep.
And we had about 10 people deep, and we never had that many people in. And if you go follow us on Hero Strong, you'll see some of those interviews on Facebook. this was from a hero. And this is why we are doing this. And thank you so much for letting this air and to get these messages out there.
Yeah.
This is from one of our heroes. Looks at me on radio because we're in two different rooms. We had the Navy, we had she had some veterans, we had some business owners. This is what our hero said. In 29 years of service, I have never seen anything like this done.
Wow.
And we're looking. And he turns around in the room, and he's looking directly at me. And I'm like, in 29 years of service, I have never seen anything like this done. And that is just wow.
Yeah.
And this was 2 years ago. 31 is like, I've barely been alive this many years, and here you are servicing us, taking care of us. And no one's even shown you this kind of respect.
Isn't that weird? It's almost like the response you've gotten from the community. It's almost like people wanted to, but someone had to start it. Someone had
You
to.
needed a leader. Yeah.
Yes,
and you're
exactly
a coach.
what's
So this
happened.
is like the perfect position for you, right?
Yes,
Rally
this is-
people together,
Have
get it
fun.
all, have fun, get everybody excited about it,
Teamwork.
and get to the win.
This is
basically.
winning. Yeah, you see the hat. All we do is win. And the win, we take out the I, and it's one at a time. One person at a time. One story at a time. One podcast show at a time. It all comes down to the details.
So that's one of the things I was going to ask you is really what types of things are being done to honor those that are doing the service. But it sounds like these events, like the radio show, like the community. Can you give us some examples maybe of what happens at these events?
So this is a heroic platform, and I'm going to go back 1 second for one of the heroes honoring heroes. When you said that you like that, and one of our lieutenants said that we've never seen this done in 29 years of service, which just kind of says, wow. And then also is that inspiration. It's also showing that it needs to be done.
When you say this done, though, what is it that we're talking about?
We're talking about coming together just to say thank you.
Yes.
I mean, we're showing all of our events, all of our donations, everything that's coming in is to roll out the gold hero standard. You can see the gold carpet.
Yeah.
You can see the gold. We're rolling out the gold carpet next week for our first ever Thank You Heroes weekend. You can see our bumper stickers. Our heroes have the Hero Gold Edition. And everything they're number one.
Yeah.
Our heroes are number one. And this is how amazing our heroes were. And our heroes don't get in contact that often with what we're doing because they're so busy.
Yeah.
And they also are kind of shy, and they don't really want the record. They're humbled or private or all the above.
So this is where the community needs to be involved in saying, hey, I know a hero. I know a family.
Nominate a hero. We're going to be.
That's right.
Yes. And everything is coming together, and we're every time I drive by Fire Station 13 right down, I honk 5 times for a high five in our heroes. And we're going to be launching a huge hero challenge out there, campaign on social media that we're looking. Hopefully y'all can help us out with.
Absolutely.
Stay tuned with that. It's going to be exciting. And this is what heroes honoring heroes means. It was a Wednesday afternoon last year. I remember I was working and I had a hero call me, and I told my client, I said, he doesn't really call me often. Can I take this?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I didn't know what it was going to be. And it's Seminole County Fire Department. And he goes, hey, David. And I'm like, hey, hero. And I said, what's going on? And he goes, I know this is Wekiva Strong. And this is when we were Wekiva Strong. And this is how much this means to our heroes, too. They just are humbled.
Yeah.
Hey, David. I know that this is Wekiva Strong in Seminole County, and I just want to ask and see if we can do anything, but Orange County Fire Station 27, they always have our backs.
Yeah.
And he's like, is there anything we can do for them? And I'm like, wait a minute. First of all, he doesn't really call me often. And shout out to our hero, Dane. And it's like, what can we do for them? I'm like, wait, call them right now and tell them that they are going on our list, and they're going to be honored, and they're going to be completely recognized. And let me tell you, Orange County Fire Station 27, the whole entire crew came out, and they came to this whole weekend. And here we had Seminole County reaching out on their off day, going through their mind. So if you think about from a hero's mindset, they're off work.
Sure.
And here he is on his day off thinking about who has their back.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
that's great.
Heroes honoring heroes. And that's why that Wekiva Strong, this stuff kept happening. And that's why we were Hero Strong, to come together as a community, as a city, as a state, as a country, as a world, to honor the most important people in the world.
Yeah.
That's great.
You know what's impressive to me about those type of people or these type of people we're talking about is there's no they go above and beyond what their technical job duties are. It's almost just in their blood. So
it is.
Nobody goes
even when they're not working.
Right. And nobody goes and just does the check boxes of what's required for the job, but they always go above and beyond. They're always concerned about each other. And what's interesting about that story is 2 different counties. And they don't care.
Yeah.
It's transparent.
There's no
We're people,
rivalry.
and we're all people.
Yeah.
And when we call them heroes, everyone out there has a hero, and they might not be under these 5, but this hero's strong. Our heroes are the platform,
Absolutely.
and they're our role models, and they're educating us, they're protecting us, they're saving us, and that's the common denominator.
Yeah.
And we're all going to come together. We don't need division. This is the number one organization that's going to touch down and bring the whole world together as one.
Yeah.
I
That's
love
what
it.
is that's what's happening right now.
Yeah.
And that's why Seminole County went to Orange County. Orange County, and Volusia County knows about this.
Yep.
Orlando knows about this.
Yep.
New York knows about this. I just got a call from Texas last week. From a law enforcement officer in Texas.
Holy
All right?
moly.
This is continuing growing every single day.
I love that.
And we're not stopping. And with your support, and thank you all so much.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, this is huge what's going on.
So I guess the short answer for it, because I'm asking I'm asking what really is this? It's just a simple thank you is really all. And I bet they don't get that. It's weird because I try to always say thank you for your service when you see someone you never know when a teacher, but when you see someone military
But the only way you know
law
they're
enforcement.
military is if they have their uniform on,
or
right?
law enforcement the same
Yeah.
way. So I love this because it gives people the opportunity to do what obviously they've been wanting to do by saying thank you, but you never know how to. And it's almost like as you started this, everyone just got in line behind you and said, "I'm in."
It's been awesome, and yes, they don't get it. They don't get the respect. Our heroes they're underappreciated, they're overworked, they're underpaid.
Yep.
And the thing is, if you're in the community in Orlando area next week, you're going to want to come out to our first ever Thank You Heroes weekend.
Love it.
And we're going to be rolling out the Gold Hero Standard. The gold carpet's coming out next Sunday is the main event.
Yes.
We're having a Thank You Heroes ceremony and community celebration. And it's going to be and our heroes are going to get gifts. So we're all going to know who the heroes are.
Yeah.
And then the branch is going to get honored. So let's say Hero Dane comes from Seminole County Fire Department. So Dane's going to get a gift for him personally that he's going to take home with his family. And then also Seminole County Fire Department, since that's who he works for, is going to get honored. So whoever shows up at these events, this is completely open to all of our heroes. And whoever shows up, let's say New York is in town and NYPD is in town and their name is George. So Officer George, Hero George comes and we're going to say, here you go, Hero George. Thank you for your service and for being our hero. And then who do you work with? Or what branch did you work? Or what service were you in? Were you in the Marines? Were you in the Army? And then that service or branch is going to get honored at our event.
So it's almost like a shout out at the event. Tell us what kind of things go on at the event. What kind of fun things? What kind of vendors are out there?
Yeah.
Who comes out to support the local heroes?
Everybody is invited to this. Everything is 100% free. No matter what, we're going to have food out there. We're going to have entertainment. We're going to have national anthems going to be at all 3 events. We're having a kickoff ceremony at Wekiva Island. It's Friday night. It's going to be our opening ceremony. So shout out to Wekiva Island, their whole staff. You all are amazing, and their whole family of heroes. So thank you all for your service. And we want everyone wearing green, and that's going to be our opening.
Cool.
Yeah, so everyone wear green. And we're going to come out to Wekiva Island. National anthem. We're going to have bagpipes to honor all of our fallen heroes. Yes. And then we're just going to kind of meet, hang out, have a little bit of fun. We're not going to be serving food at Friday night.
Okay.
It's just going to be you coming out there. The main event's going to be the bagpipes, the national anthem, and when you hear us, hear the sirens go off.
Okay. And you'll do a little announcement or something like that.
So 6 o'clock start time.
A lot of probably coming together, just telling stories and talking about
just
what
meeting. It's our meet. It's called our meet and greet. So really, all we're doing is just coming out.
So if
to
you
meet and
do
greet.
want something a little more low key, this is a great way for you to just actually come and honor your service, those in service,
and meet with them,
and chat with them,
shake their hands, give them a hug,
more casual kind of.
Yes, it's gonna be, and also just meet neighbors. It's a great time to meet the community. It goes much deeper than that.
Yeah.
So, and Wekiva Island is always giving back, and they do a lot of amazing. You can learn about Wekiva Island.
Yep.
Yeah,
Mary and Bill, you all are
not
awesome.
very often they say no to something that's going on like this in the community.
Yeah, they
which
never
we
do.
love.
Yeah.
And then Saturday morning, exactly, our community is
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
And Saturday morning is our first ever kickball tournament with our heroes.
Kickball's
we're
so
having
fun.
a kickball tournament at Wekiva Hills Park. And if you all want to hear about this, you want to get involved, go to our Heroes Strong Facebook page. And I'm sure you all
Yeah,
gonna put a
Yes.
link.
we'll put a link in the
Yep.
show notes. So if you're listening to this on your device, just scroll down and click
Yeah.
on the
Yep,
link.
you want to get involved on the team. You want to be a volunteer. You want to bring your business out there. Everything is free. If you want to put a table out there at any one of these events,
Oh, cool.
let us know. It's all marketing. You want to give us business cards, we'll put your business cards out there. So this is also free promotion for your local business because that's what our community needs is
Yeah.
to come together as one.
Sure.
And that's why this is so much deeper than just a heroic platform.
Yep.
This is because our heroes are going everywhere.
Yeah.
Our heroes are around us and they don't care where they go. They don't care where the call's coming from.
Yeah.
They're going to respond. So
Yeah.
our strength and support, we need everyone to be out there.
I love that
So-
you're supporting the whole community, though, because really it is about bringing the whole community together. I mean,
I agree. Yep.
you know, our heroes are part of the community. They probably own some businesses in the community, like you said. What was his name from Marco's Pizza?
Yeah, Eddie.
That he
Hero
called
Eddie.
you up and he's like, I want to be a part of that.
Yeah.
But, you know, he was retired law enforcement. His family was in law enforcement. And here he is, you know,
Trying
being,
to,
starting
honor
his
them.
own business. And now he
Exactly.
wants to give back, which is awesome.
Yep, and you call me directly or reach out to you all. I mean, give you my phone number.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
we'll
we'll have
put
all
we'll put all
that.
that info in the show
Yeah.
notes. And just for clarity for those of you listening, if you're listening when this came out, we are talking about the event on November 8th, 9th, and 10th of 2019, just for clarity in case, you're listening to this podcast sometime later. But regardless, even if the event is passed by the time you're hearing this,
There's going to be lots of other events that will
lots
be
of
coming
other
up
events,
after that.
and we still encourage you to go to Hero Strong to find out what events are coming up, and the link to that will be in the show notes as
That's
well.
right.
Yes, thank you all so much.
So
Yo.
David, so I was thinking, so the fundraising that you get for Heroes Strong, it goes towards these events where you're honoring our heroes. Do you have any future plans for like setting up funds that can help with hardships? You know, if family loses a loved one and they're facing some hardships, do you have bigger goals as something? Seeing that in the future,
Having the heroes come together to help those that are in that kind of scenario.
So yeah, of course we have a huge vision for this platform. I mean, this is just taking off in our first 1 to 2 year goals, and with your all's help and with our community's help, we need our message to start getting out there.
Yes.
Our message has to get out there and to let our heroes know how valuable they are to us and how I mean, we're coming out, we're giving them all checks. And if you're coming to our event, our ceremony, give you all a little secret. Shh. We're giving out checks, and these checks say there's no price for what you do for us.
Yep.
Priceless.
Yep.
And we have to start, because we can hand our heroes $1 million right there. Hand someone $1 million, and that's not they might have a little bit less stress on financial, but they're still gonna have those stories that they go home with.
Yeah,
they're
that's
still
true.
gonna have those people that they save. They're still people. They have hearts. They have emotions.
Yep.
Their families still get sick. They're
Yeah.
human beings, and it all comes in on them. So if they can just understand that no matter what, good, bad, ugly, great, traumatic, emergency situations, Hero Strong has your back.
Yep.
No matter what. And that's
I like
what we're
that.
getting out there the first 1 to 2 years.
Yeah.
And if you're hearing this, come out to our first ever Thank You Heroes weekend and get involved.
Yeah.
Ask how you can get involved. Volunteers. We need help with our events. We need help with our marketing. We're going to be launching our website soon. The social media challenge that we're going to put out there is going to bridge the gap. So get ready. And we need the support because this is growing every single day.
Do you have the local like ROTC get
Yeah,
involved?
we got Cub Scouts get involved. The
Right.
last 2 years, we've had Lake Brantley's Science National Honor Society was volunteering.
very
Longwood
nice.
Elementary. Shout out
I love to know that they're getting the kids involved.
Longwood
in something
Elementary.
like this.
Because it's about our youth.
Yeah. Sure.
This is why this is in my mind. I coach so much youth athletes. We need our youth to be around role models, and we need them to be around our heroes.
Yes.
and
They
to
need to shake
respect
their
them as
hand.
well.
Well, that's what's gonna.
and honor. Yeah,
But they see what they see.
that's
So
right.
if we put our heroes more around them, it's
That's
going
right.
to grow, and it's gonna. I mean, I have my own sports league, and we're gonna have our own. I mean, one of our short-term goals, we're gonna be starting a youth heroes program, and that's going to be for the youth family members, their kids. because
I
what's
love
happening is, I mean, there's a lot back behind this, and we're going to take our steps with this. And the Youth Heroes program is going to teach them what their families do, and we're going to have fun with them, and we're going to be kind of like a support system for them, because they're getting they're getting bullied.
Yeah.
They're getting bullied.
No.
And this is real.
Okay.
And they're like, your dad's an officer, I don't want to be, or your dad's gonna die, or your mom's this or that, and it's serious.
They're getting hold
wow.
on,
Yeah.
just for clarity here. So the kids of heroes are getting bullied because their parents are serving.
Well,
That is
I could
surprising.
understand as well,
It's
because
different.
if you have kids that are maybe, being teenagers and getting into the trouble that we get into as teenagers sometimes, right? You don't want to hang around with the kid whose parent is a cop.
Oh wow!
Right?
I never really not to sound so
maybe
naive, but I
that-
never thought of it.
Maybe
that way.
that child is alienated, right? Because we're not hanging out with the parent of a cop because we don't want him snarking on us, or that's kind of how I think
Right.
with kids thinking.
So this, and I want to clarify this because it sounds interesting to me, but I don't necessarily understand. But so what we're saying is part of the program is to take the kids whose parents are heroes and put them around the heroes and around the community that's coming forward to thank them, to let them know that they're not alone and they're not isolated and they're not. So are these the same kids that you're getting involved in like the sports events and that you're coaching?
This is an open invite for everyone, and the youth heroes program will be for our youth heroes and for them to be around more of the same, and to also to educate. We
Yeah.
need to educate, because what's going on out there is, Mommy and Daddy, I don't want you to go to work with that. You're going to be gone for 24 hours, or I don't know if you're going to come back. And the thing is, if they were LeBron James, and shout out to LeBron and everything he does in our community, he is more than an athlete, or Beyonce, or any of these celebrities out there, they would love for them to be celebrities.
Yeah.
And the thing is, our heroes would be the ones that our celebrities call when they need them most.
I get it.
And we have to change that perspective,
Yeah.
and let the families, that's why they are in our mission, it's our heroes and their families, is because they have to realize how important our heroes are for us.
Yeah, because the families sacrifice.
They sacrifice
as well.
everything when they're overseas.
Of
Our
course.
military's overseas. They're
Right.
not with them. Or we just honored a Gold Star family. Shout out to Mika, who's no longer with us, and all of our fallen heroes, and Elisa, PB, and J. We had a whole story time where we honored all of our fallen heroes, and it's amazing. And they don't get that time back.
Right.
Yeah.
These are people, and they're fighting for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you see right now our law enforcement, our first responders, they're killing themselves. This has been one of the biggest years of suicide ever.
Oh
Wow.
my goodness.
And we wonder why, and that's why
Yeah.
this bullying
I think that
stuff is
message
happening.
needs to be out there.
And we have to show them, and that's why they have to realize our heroes are the most important people.
Yes.
And Mommy and Daddy, don't forget your flashlight so you can save someone. We have to change that perspective.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the things. It is so important that we are getting the community together.
Yep.
And I think once you meet your local heroes, you meet those in service, you're more apt to show that respect.
We have friends and family that are in law enforcement, that are in military, or have been in either. And it could be argued that it's a thankless job. That's what's being changed by this. It's not a thankless job because everyone is thanking them all along the way. I love that. And I
Yeah.
really love the idea of connecting with the children of heroes and making sure they know that their parents are doing the
Most important
most
job.
important job there is to do, and the job that deserves the most respect and thanks, and changing the perspective, because being a kid is hard, especially if you're getting bullied. And it just blows me away that they're getting bullied because their parents
Yeah.
are the people that are holding our society together. So
We have to do, we can do better. And even you talk about our youth heroes, and that's what we call them. And if you're coming to play on our kickball team, you have to have a hero or a future hero on your team to qualify to play.
Oh,
so you have to
cool.
get one of our heroes or get a student. So a future hero is any student. If you're
Okay.
in school,
Yeah.
you are a future hero. Because I was at UCF when I was 24. So I would be a future hero.
Right.
Because I was in school no matter what I was going after. It doesn't
Right.
matter
Yeah.
your profession.
Sure.
But if you're in school, you are a future hero.
Oh, I love
so
it.
5-year-old,
I do too.
any elementary school, anybody can play.
Oh, I love it.
And then also Longwood Elementary School, right? One of our Seminole County Public Schools Teacher of the Year, Sarah Hall. she has her whole class making posters for us for our Thank You Heroes ceremony.
Oh, that's great.
And then when our heroes walk down the gold hero carpet, that we're going to have posters on the side so we can give them that celebrity status.
Oh, that
and
is
we're
wonderful.
going to change the image of our heroes.
Yeah.
And they don't want it, but they need it.
Well, that's
they
the other,
need to
that's,
have more respect, and this is what it's going to do.
Yeah.
That's another personality trait of heroes that I have seen is that they get uncomfortable with too much thanks. And to me, that makes it even more appealing to.
It makes you want to even give it more.
It really
That's
does.
exactly. So everything
You know.
when they shut it down and saying, stop calling me a hero or it's just my job.
Yep.
I'm like, well, now it's coming even stronger.
Of course.
I said, you all even.
Because you don't want it, you're going to get it.
And when you come to the event and I have a microphone in my hand, I'm yelling out, heroes are here, our heroes are here.
Yeah.
And they're like, they want to turn around and walk the
course.
opposite way. I mean, we just had a fundraiser. We did a car wash with our heroes. We had Fire Station 13 come over and Hunt Club, and Chick-fil-A's been amazing. We had a huge car wash, and I had our youth athletes were out there, some of my Mets players.
Yeah.
Let's go Mets. They went above and beyond.
Yeah.
And as soon as the truck, and you see the truck coming,
Yeah.
and the truck's coming, and I just go straight to the truck and I start yelling and screaming,
Yeah.
heroes, this is all for you.
Yeah.
Oh, that is
And then they
awesome.
get out, and I'm like, let's all go say hi. And I stop everything. Everything stops.
Yeah.
And we all go over to our
Shake
heroes.
their
and-
hand,
I love
give them a
that.
hug. That is awesome.
huge.
That's the nature of a hero in general, though.
It's huge.
And you know,
I
I
love
was
it.
just thinking, so
Awesome.
the families that are, are giving their time are worrying sometimes at home because their loved one is giving of themselves in service.
Oh, yeah.
How great it must feel to them that you're honoring their loved one like this.
Seemingly strangers.
They tell them all the time, I'm sure at home, I'm so proud of you for what you do. But to have the community come together and do it
And
as a group,
I agree.
I
Dave-
mean, they have to feel great about this.
I totally agree. And David said something earlier. You said something that struck me is that if you think about how hard life is with any job, it's just, it gets hard. There's a lot of work we do. And the three of us sitting at this table, I know we work a lot of hours every week with multiple things that we do. If you think about their job on top of the stresses of day-to-day things with your family and your kids and your life, the stresses, the traumas, and the pressure they go through every day blow away anything we could conceive of in our day-to-day lives. And
Yeah.
it's typically those people are still more calm, cool, and collected than we are.
They're heroes.
But you know what? I think that's a little snippet someone could take from this episode is that when you see someone that you know is a teacher or in the military or law enforcement or fire department or medical. Or in any way a service to our community that way, just tell them thank you for their service. I think it means a lot to them because people don't.
Well, I think we make a conscious effort, just a little gesture. Like if you don't see them very often behind you in the line,
know,
like at Dunkin' Donuts or something.
I talked
but
about this in one of our
when
other
we
shows.
do, we purchase whatever they.
Yeah,
You know.
I know
That's awesome.
I know it seems like a goofy thing, but we talked about this. Like police officer behind me
Yeah.
in the drive-through, I will always go whatever they. I don't care if it's 10 people in it. I do
Yeah.
whatever they order, and then I try to leave before they get a chance to
Yeah,
thank me because it's not about that.
yeah.
It's awesome. And yes, that's exactly
Or
what
I've
we
done
need.
it a couple times, like when they've been behind me in line at the grocery store, and I just go, and they're
Yep.
like, no, and they will fight you.
Yeah.
And you're like, no.
And you thank them, you nod at them,
It's a
and you just show
gesture,
them.
you
You,
know.
you don't know what's going to happen. I mean,
Yeah.
when we have our Thank You Hero ceremony, we're going to thank them. Some of them are going to give our future heroes hugs, high fives.
Yeah.
They're just going to smile.
Yep.
And at this event, the St. Mary Magdalene, they actually took care of our future hero, and they came back, and then they're like, I know you. And I'm like, yeah, and I said, yeah, you're our heroes. And they're like, oh, yeah, now I know. And then they actually they came and they all were standing there. We took a picture with the whole team, and
that's
our team was
great.
a little bit shy. They were shy, and we came together, took a picture. But then they stayed for our performance. And they got to
cool.
see, and I actually ended up having a mic on the show or on the.
Oh,
the show.
forget about it.
Forget about it. And I got the whole crowd going. Went out. Shout out to Turning Point. Shout out to our heroes. Shout out to St. Mary Magdalene.
Very nice.
And we put on a show for them, and they were. I thought they left because usually they have a call and they leave,
Yeah.
but they were actually right in the center, filming us and enjoying the moment. And
That's
that was
wonderful.
a
I love
heroic moment that I'm going to take forever. And yes, it was my first ever hip hop. It was our adult hip hop team, but our heroes got to enjoy it.
Right.
And they had to get some kind of positive light no matter what's happening. They're going to go to sleep whether they whatever call they go on or whatever they're thinking about, they're going to be like, wow, that was cool. And they felt the love.
Right.
Yeah,
And that's
just,
what Hero Strong is
brightened
doing.
up their day.
And
It,
yes.
made them feel appreciated, which
That's
I
a win.
love. Yeah.
That's a huge win.
I love it.
So this will be airing on November 4th.
Yes.
Which is Thursday.
Yep. And so I wanted to say before we wrap up that the event, and we'll put all the links in the show notes, but the event is on Friday. That's the 8th of November. That's going to be at Wekiva Island at 6 p.m. And then on Saturday, the 9th of November, that's going to be at Wekiva Hills Park at 9 a.m. And then Sunday at Ryder Park from 2:30 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. You can get all the details from the link in the show notes. But I wanted to ask David, before we wrap up, aside from coming to these events, are there other ways that the community can help you with your efforts here?
I mean, if we're talking short term in the next week, if you want to hang up some posters, you want to share our social media, we have go on Facebook. Thank You Heroes event and ceremony. That main event. The more support that comes out to these events, our heroes are going to feel that love.
Yeah.
So if you have a business that wants to get involved, we're looking for a few more vendors. If anybody wants to help, or videography, photography, and just capture some of these moments, because our heroes are on shit. We need help. And that's also why we do a 3-day weekend, because some heroes are working for 24
Yeah,
hours.
of course.
They can't get there.
Right.
Yeah.
So anytime we need to capture these moments, we're looking to go live streaming on any one of these events. So anybody that does live streaming or has a drone or can help capture these moments.
Very
I
nice.
wonder if Rob's coming out.
We'll
ask
reach out
them.
to them and
And Mary and Bill have a drone as well, so we'll talk to them about that.
talk to them
Yep.
and see what we can do. If we can come together and you talk about changing the future, start thanking them and show that respect, and it's going to change, because this is a story. One of our heroes that's on our board, Hero Trevor, his son had a education piece, or he had to do a story, and he wrote the story about his dad that was cooler than any superhero in the world. My dad is cooler than Batman, and he's a firefighter. And because this message is getting to him, and I call him hero all the time in front of his kids.
Yeah.
And he's realizing, so if we start educating and start having conversations,
Yes.
and starting to really just say hello with people and realize what they're going through.
Right.
I mean, at this event, this is that's what's being created, and we want you all to come out. At the main event on Sunday, we are having a whole dance team, right? Little midgets, Lake Brantley midgets. We talk about the future.
Oh my gosh,
They are
cute.
dedicating an entire dance to all of our heroes, and their father was one of the first responders at Pulse. And I can't explain to you how much that's going to mean to him and his family when they're dedicated to him on one of the biggest tragedies that's ever happened in our world.
Yeah.
And he had to respond. And all of our responders, and even the people that are not here with us, we are going to continue to honor them.
Yeah.
And we're going to continue to show our respects. And that whole dance is going to be honored by his little daughter and to all of our heroes. And this is what we need. We need these opportunities to happen.
Yeah.
Yes.
We need these platforms to say thank you. And no matter the good and bad and ugly is going to happen. Great's going to happen. But what are we going to do on the everyday basis?
Yeah.
How are we going to make every day a win? Yeah. And by having Heroes Strong here as a platform, and get involved. Right?
Yeah.
Find out ways to get involved, and you're going to change that. And I want to share one thing from our lieutenant to wrap up with.
Sure.
Yes.
And you can see the perspective that's changing. This was a lieutenant from the Seminole County Fire Station, and this was what Wekiva Strong means to me. And this is the same message that Hero Strong is, because we're growing for all of our heroes, because that's how much all of our heroes mean to us.
Right.
And this was a personal message that was delivered to me. And it's something it's here in the frame, as you can see.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is something that
Is near and dear to you right
near
now,
and dear,
right?
but it's also, I want you to understand out there that's listening on what we are actually doing. And by you getting involved, and thank you so much for this podcast, it's awesome. And when you hear this right now, it's going to really say, wow.
Yeah.
It's
It's a good example of how it affects the heroes themselves.
Yeah.
This is from me. These are true words from an everyday hero, from a lieutenant in the Seminole County Fire Station.
Yep.
What Wekiva Strong, and now Hero Strong, means to me. A group of people who genuinely appreciate what we do for the community. A group of people that came together on their own to show how much respect and love they have for us. Wekiva Strong, and now Hero Strong, is there to say thank you, and that means more to us than they know. The level of positivity that comes from David and Wekiva Strong, now Hero Strong, is unmatched by anyone we have ever met. Wekiva Strong, now Hero Strong, brings back the sense of pride and accomplishment that has faded over the years. Thank you, Wekiva Strong, yes, now Hero Strong, for all you heroes, for everything you do for us and reminding us why we do what we do. You guys bringing attention to the public about what we struggle with is already helping. I love helping people. I love making a difference in people's lives. It's not always positive. We can't always help people. We all live with demons. We all have calls that we wish we could forget. We all have seen horrible things that will stay with us forever, things I can't even talk about without tearing up and bringing back a flood of emotions. I struggle to remember birth dates, anniversary dates, but there are dates of the things I've seen on this job that I cannot forget. I know it's just part of what I signed up for, but some things take a toll on the people that do this job. You truly are the most positive person I have ever met, Dave. I don't know how you do it. I wish I could be more like you, man. I really do. And shout out to our hero, Tom, Seminole County Fire Department, Seminole County Fire everywhere, right? All of our firefighters, all our paramedics, EMTs, dispatchers, our law enforcement officers, our emergency management team, our teachers, our veterans, our military, our medical field. This is all for you. We cannot thank you all enough. And we are coming together to show how much you all mean to us no matter what, because you are there for us when we need you most, and we're going to be there for you every single day. Thank you, heroes. This is all for you.
Well,
well said.
That is so well said. So
Wow, that is very touching.
That's
that letter,
what is
especially
from our
what he
lieutenant.
said about the dates that he remembers are different than the normal dates we remember.
And that's for his loved
stuff.
ones. And he's remembering dates of people he doesn't even know. So it's our job, our responsibility to come out as a community just to show our appreciation. They don't need much. Our mission statement is to come together to honor and strengthen. And by giving them support, we're going to strengthen them. Yeah. We're going to do more for them down the road and continue. But we really need to show them love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
And
that's all
love,
we need in the world. Is
like you said, is giving them that that honor and that strength is going to make them stronger to be able to continue to do their job for us.
I agree. In a
we're going to get stronger because of it.
In a nutshell, they take care of us, so we need to do everything we can to take care of them.
Yes.
It's very simple. I mean, there's no price for what they do for us. It's priceless, and that's the message we're getting out there. Love it. There's no price for what our heroes and their families sacrifice and do for us, the everyday people. And that's what I told the news when we were on the news for our flag retirement ceremony. We need this platform to come together. Yeah. We need to give the people an opportunity to come out and say thank you, to show our respect, to show who we are too.
Yeah.
Right. Our heroes actually also need to know who we are.
Yeah.
Right?
They need to know their community.
They need to know their community. So it's a teamwork thing.
Yeah.
And it's going to be amazing. We're going to have Seminole County Sheriff's Office out there, Seminole County Fire Department, Longwood Fire Department, Longwood Police Department. We're going to have the mayor from Longwood's going to be out there. The mayor from Altamont Springs is going to be out there.
Wow.
Apopka knows about this. Volusia County knows. Orlando Fire Department's going to be in the house.
Very nice.
It's Orlando PD knows about it.
I'm excited.
This is huge.
Yeah.
And thank you all so much for this opportunity.
You are welcome.
The heroes, this is all for you.
Well,
thank you, David. Oh my gosh, what you're doing.
Letting us be a part of this as well. We are excited to be there.
Yeah.
We'll be there as well.
Yes.
Don't forget to wear your green so we can all come on the same team.
Well, we want to wear green on Friday, right?
Exactly.
Blue.
Red, white, and blue.
Red, white, and blue.
For the kickball.
On Saturday.
For kickball.
Yeah.
And then red.
No, and then green. Green is for the...
Oh, wear green. Oh,
yes.
I'm looking at the colors here.
So we want to wear green. Opening ceremonies come out. Like I said, we're going to have a national anthem starting at 6:30. Get there early for parking. Right, make sure you show up on time. It's going to be a fun night. Wear your green. We're having our kickball tournament with our heroes this Saturday morning at Wekiva Hills Park. Wear your red, white, and blue. Show your patriotism, right? Have a little bit of fun. And then wear green for our first ever Thank You Heroes ceremony and community celebration. We're going to have our DJ. We just confirmed yesterday our DJ is going to be out there. We're going to have a fun time. It's awesome. Just a great time to come together. Everything's going to be free. Cafe Positano. Donate some pizza. Yeah, they don't. So make sure when you go over there and say thank you. We heard what you all do for Hero Strong. Nice. They donated some pizza. Donated some pizzas. It's just we got some cool things, and if anybody wants to get involved, this is an open invite. We're going to be doing a lot more next year. We're going to have our flag retirement ceremony. If you see a shout out to our hero Kevin, our veteran. We're every year we're going to also have a flag retirement ceremony. I don't know if you know what that is. Maybe we'll come back on another podcast and explain about that.
Yeah, let's do that.
I didn't know what it was. Somebody wanted to do it last year, and that's what this flyer was.
So we look forward to seeing everybody at the meet and greet with our heroes at 6 p.m. at Wekiva Island.
Indeed.
And
It's gonna be a fun
wear
night.
green, like David said. It's going to be a fun night, but we want to be responsible.
Of course.
So take an Uber if you decide you're going to have a couple drinks down at the island, because we
That's
know they
right.
do have, wine and beer there. So make sure to, and then you sit, and then you don't have to worry about parking and all that.
That would be a huge.
Yeah.
That's a win-win right there.
That
so you
is
can
a
have
win.
a fun night, and then you can also like the parking. So
Yeah.
get there early. It's going to be a huge night. We're going to start the ceremony. Sirens are going to go off, and then if you want to play kickball, just show up.
Okay.
Right, just come and show up. It's going to be an awesome time. We're having a tournament. We got our scoreboard up already. I think we have 4 teams right now, and then if you win, you play again.
That's
Hey,
right.
it's just this fun thing.
It's fun.
So
Love it.
and then, like I said, the main event is if you're asking like which one do I come to, the main event is where you're going to want to be. You are not going to want to miss this.
that's on
Where we're
Sunday
going
the
to honor
10th.
all our heroes. Yes, it's going to be awesome.
And it's perfect timing because it is right before Veterans Day.
Yeah, Veterans
My
Day is
birthday.
Monday. Yep. So
My
happy
birthday.
birthday to
Yeah.
you, and a shout out to all our veterans. So
That's
look
right.
at you all. And I want to give a major heroic shout out. If you are in the Orlando area, go drive by and even park. Find a place to park. And it's Iowa. If you're on 434 in Longwood, Insurance Office of America,
Yep.
what they are doing for us, we have an entire billboard up in honor of all of our heroes.
That's
It
amazing.
is
I saw your
absolute-
picture
yes,
of it.
Go ride by and check it out. Take a picture, share it on our page, right? Send it over, put it on your page. And heroes, when you're driving by and you see this billboard or you're listening to this right now, no, it's for you. That billboard is for you. When you look at it, I want you to feel the love. It's gold. It's the gold hero standard. And it says, "Thank you, Heroes Weekend" on it. And it's all in your honor. And when you're driving by, I hope it melts your heart a little bit, makes your
Yeah.
heart smile, makes you smile a little bit, and know that you are so loved and appreciated, and our community loves you. So shout out for Iowa for making
Indeed.
that happen, and your whole team. They're actually one
Yeah.
of our major sponsors in all these
nice.
events. They were a huge sponsor in our flag retirement ceremony.
Love it.
If you
That's
have
great.
a torn, unusable flag that you don't know how to properly retire, bring it to any one of our events. We will collect it from you, because that's what we're gearing up for next year. And this is a huge platform for us all to come together.
So much,
Love
yeah.
it.
Love it. Well, we'd love to
All
have you
right.
back on.
We're
I think we have
excited to
plenty
be
more we
there.
could talk about. Yeah, we are excited to
Yeah.
be there. And for more information about Hero Strong, you can go to facebook.com/HeroStrong1 or contact David Rubin directly. We're going to put all the contact information in the show notes. Again, thank you so much for coming on, David. We're excited to be part of this. We're excited to be at the event. And
We're going to have fun.
we really are.
Thank you all so much.
And
It
we're
was
going to
fun.
honor those who are most important.
Indeed.
Yes.
Awesome. Well,
Priceless.
Thank you
That's
so
right.
much. And guys, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with the information station with more information about Hero Strong and how you can help.
Thank you all so much, Len. Let's go, heroes.
Hi, this is Becky Swanson, and I am a teacher on assignment in Volusia County. You are listening to It's All Fine and Danjee.
Hey guys, welcome back to the information station. We hope you enjoyed that interview with David Rubin from Hero Strong. You can tell that David is very passionate about Hero Strong, and we can't be more proud to be part of that event coming up and to be involved with David and the group in general.
Yeah. So we just want to really reaffirm what that event is and what's going on this let's call this weekend coming up Veterans Weekend, because
Yeah.
Veterans Day is Monday.
Yep.
So a lot of people will have that day off work and school, but usually on the weekends is when they celebrate the veterans.
Yep.
But Hero Strong is taking it kind of to the next level, and they honor all this people in service.
That's right. So that is, let's see if we can pass that quiz, but that is those in the military, that is teachers, firemen, policemen, and those in the medical field.
That's right.
Yeah. So what David refers to as heroes, and we certainly agree. And I did want to remind all of you that are listening, if you're listening on the day this came out, which is November 7th, 2019, then the Hero Strong weekend is coming up this weekend. That's Friday the 8th, Saturday the 9th, and Sunday the 10th. If you're listening to this at a later time, as I mentioned during the interview, please go check out the Hero Strong Facebook page because they have events that should be continuing throughout.
Yeah, they will.
And if you scroll down on wherever you're listening to this podcast, you'll see a link to Hero Strong where you can go there and find out. But if you're listening to this as it's coming out, this Friday night from 6 to 8 p.m. at Wekiva Island, and you guys know we love Wekiva Island, that's the meet and greet with those in service that I mentioned. So we want to invite the community out there, especially teachers, police officers, firefighters, anyone in the medical field, and any active military or veteran. Please come out so we can all honor you, so we can all say thank you, and so we can all chat.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that David brought up is they're not the ones to step up and be like, oh yeah, I want to go to someplace that's honoring me. But think about this. This is a great way for you to get to meet those in your community as well, and in a casual setting, right?
Sure.
So that makes everybody a little less apprehensive, or, oh, that's a police officer, I got to be careful.
Right.
Whatever, like this is just getting together as a community, and it's giving your community a chance to thank you for what you do.
Indeed.
They might not get to do it all the time, or they might feel uncomfortable doing it
Sure.
or nervous.
Yep.
So this is a more casual setting, and it's what it's about. So I think this is a great thing to do and it's a great thing to do to make our community stronger too.
Yes, indeed.
Anyway, come out to Wekiva Island, wear green to show your support. The green represents Wekiva Strong, is what David first started, and that kind of molded into what's called Hero Strong.
Yes, indeed.
So wear green, just be fun. It's great for pictures and stuff like that.
Of course, yeah.
And this is going to be our first time attending any of the Hero Strong events. And so we look forward to being there, and especially going to Wekiva Island. We know Bill and Mary support this. They have a lot of family members in the military.
That's right.
So
a family of heroes, as
family of heroes.
David said.
Yeah.
And I agree with you, Angie. Of course, we will definitely be there Friday night. I don't know yet if we're going to make it for the rest of the weekend, but there is an entire weekend of Hero Strong events going on. So on Saturday, there's going to be a kickball tournament held at the Wekiva Hills Park. This is a fun event to attend to, or even just sit on the sidelines and cheer someone else on. In order to be part of the kickball event, you just show up and say, I want to be part of the kickball event. Do you know what time that is, Angie?
That event starts at 9 a.m., and I think you already said it was at Wekiva Hills Park. And this is a family fun event, so all ages are welcome. Wear red, white, and blue to show your support at this event, or, just come to sit on the sidelines and have fun.
Yeah, indeed. And Sunday is the thank you ceremony held at Ryder Park in Longwood. That's from 2:30 to 5:30 p.m. No cost for this event, no cost for any of these events. There's going to be vendors out at these events as well.
That ceremony that they're doing on Sunday is just what it says, to give a big thank you to those who are giving themselves so selflessly to their community.
Indeed.
On a daily basis.
Yep.
I mean, this is their job, and it's what they chose to do, but they show up at work every day for us,
That's right.
So it is very important that we do show a little more acknowledgement to really what they do for us.
Sure, and break
I'm so
down.
sorry, you guys. I am
your voice
giving out. Yeah.
That's okay. Well, so we're going to wrap soon here so Angie can go back to bed. But, I agree with you. And I think sometimes it's also just that apprehension of sometimes I also think it's that apprehension of just being weird to saying thank you. And that's what they're trying to encourage, is to break that down and just do it,
Yeah.
We said this in the first few episodes of the show, maybe the first 10, I don't remember, but we haven't said it in a while. So we also just wanted to remind you in general, especially in this month of thanks that we're starting, to take some time throughout your day, anytime, whether it takes you 5 seconds, 5 minutes, or 5 hours, depending on what you can give up, but do something to make somebody else's day better. Angie would say, give them a smile, or maybe we talked about buying their food at the drive-thru, but something. Just do something to help someone else. If everybody did that, the whole world would be a much nicer place.
It would. And we forget about it from day to day. So sometimes we have to be reminded.
Agree.
To do that.
It doesn't cost anything. I mean, it can if you have it to spare, but you don't have to spend money on it.
And here's the thing. Sometimes even if you don't have it to spare, but you do it anyway.
It comes
just
back.
because you want to, because it's in your heart. Like,
Sure.
I need to do this.
Right.
Do it because it will come back to you.
It always
Promise.
does. Isn't that weird?
It's that energy thing in the world, baby.
Yeah, I know. I agree. Well, I also want to give a shout out to Jerry Phillips for connecting us with David Rubin from Hero Strong. Jerry is a good guy. He also does the photography stuff for Bags of Hope, and he's just all around a really nice guy. So, Jerry, thank you for that. And I think that's it.
That's it. And I'll give one more shout out to Aisyln Ryan for giving me and Mindy our tattoos today.
Very nice.
And making it painless.
All right. Well, that's not supposed to be painless.
Well, it's a little uncomfortable in like one spot.
Well, painless to you is painful to me, so I take that back. All right, guys, thank you so much. As usual, we want to remind you that at the end of each and every day, even when you're sick and you're going back to bed,
it's all fine and dandy.
Happy birthday to
It's
you.
my birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Anjee. Happy birthday to you. You know, this is the last episode before your birthday, so I had to do that.
You're
Okay.
funny. You better keep that in there now.